Hi, Phil here. And I think I liked my old shirt better, just in terms of design wise. But yeah, here I am with my orange shirt for the Day of Truth and Reconciliation. You've heard of that. We've all been there a few times. It's a very young holiday, but only a few years old, I should think. Now, thing is, my mother absolutely insisted that I get rid of my old one, even though it fit just fine, and she said it was too small for me. So I went out to the store and bought a smaller one. So look where that gets us. But this is actually a larger size yet again. So this has all been rather pointless and pedantic. Uh, yeah, but this holiday, Day of Truth and Reconciliation, at least from an aesthetic perspective, I rather like it. I mean, it's the orangeness, it blends in with all the other seasonal holidays around autumn, and heading into winter. Orange that fits in well with Halloween and Thanksgiving, and in some ways, I feel like this is sort of like a could call it a relative to Thanksgiving. Just take out the turkey and take out the pilgrims, and then what do you have with Thanksgiving? You're left with the natives, the indigenous people, which, this is about them. It's, considering what's happened in the past. And I'm not a historian. I'm not going to, examine these things thoroughly. I'm just trying to be respectful to everyone out there. But now I have another food tasting video, another food to try out. This is candy popcorn, Butterfinger flavored candy popcorn. Very nice. Crispy, crunchy, peanut buttery, it says. Butterfinger candy pieces on peanut butter drizzled popcorn. It sounds very nice. Very ritzy, very deluxe. Another gift from the birthday bucket. Thanks again for that. This isn't the first time I've had gimmicky popcorn sort of thing. Well, actually, that was cotton candy made to imitate popcorn in its taste and flavor and such. Even the color was yellow. This is something different. Oh, yeah, it's got a peanut buttery sort of smell to it, I think. Look at these pieces. Yeah, that's a popcorn piece covered in peanut butter. Getting a good look at that? I don't think the camera will focus quite like that. Oh. It's nice. It's real nice. It's very soft and chewy. It's very similar to the concept of caramel popcorn. Popcorn that's covered in caramel. But this seems to be peanut butter. Specifically, Butterfinger peanut butter. Very nice. I like it. I'm reminded of those Bart Simpson Butterfinger commercials. Yeah. No one better lay a finger on my Butterfinger, he says. Yeah. It's nice. It's decadent. Very nice. I like it. Oh, yeah. It's all globbed together. But yeah. I know it feels kind of off topic to bring up Truth and Reconciliation Day and such, but it says here the note written here. At last, Canada. Two of our favorite snacks have joined forces in amazing deliciousness. Light, fluffy popcorn with peanut butter coating and real peanut Butterfinger candy pieces. Perfect match. We know you'll love it. It tastes good to snack again. And it repeats again in French. Interesting. So yeah, it's definitely marketed to Canada. Is it produced in Canada? Look at that. It says here product of the USA. That's not. I don't get it. It's made in the USA, but they're marketing it to Canada specifically? That's what it says. Okay, sure. I like it. Yeah. The Orange Day. And thematically, it blends in together all those autumn colors that you see out in nature. All the orange and brown in the tree leaves and such. And a bit of yellow as well, I should think. Yeah. So yeah, and that means there's like one holiday for each month of the tail end of the year. September ends with Truth and Reconciliation Day. That's orange. And October ends with Halloween. Also orange. Now November, which is sort of an orange-brown sort of thing, should be in... Well, I got that mixed up. November should have Thanksgiving in it. Thanksgiving should be in November. I know people don't like it when I say this, but I am going to die on this hill. Yes, Canada. Yes, we should be celebrating Thanksgiving in November. The Americans had the right idea. I know everyone gets all fussy about this and say, no, not time for Halloween yet. Let's have Thanksgiving first. And like, if you would just put it in November, you'd pace things out better. Everything would be paced out better. And then there's December, which has Christmas. And in between October and December is November. And that's where we should put Thanksgiving, because that's where it belongs. It would be good there. It would... You know what I'm saying? You'd spread out the holidays better. What else do we have in November? Remembrance Day. But I don't think anyone's getting all excited about that now, are they? No one's gathering around with a family dinner. No one's having candy. No one's partying and celebrating. It's not that kind of holiday. So, Remembrance Day, November 11th. That's all what we're left with if you rush ahead and put Thanksgiving in October. I've been feeling this way since I was a child. And I think if you do that, you're rushing Thanksgiving early and just barging your way into October, which should be for Halloween, and just sort of pushing that aside, even though you're giving both holidays less time for preparation. And I felt this way since I was a kid. And now, because we have, a holiday in September, Truth and Reconciliation Day, now we have yet another to add to the pile. But good thing it's in its own lane, it's in September. But it's the tail end of September. And rather than waiting all the way till the end of October for Halloween, what do we have right in the middle of October? We have Thanksgiving. Great, thanks. Just rush everything together. I hope you can prepare for the rush, Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I've felt that way since I was a kid. This food could get a bit messy, so I better clean my fingers. But yeah, I felt this way since I was a kid. So, you know, Canada, I have to, we have to have a serious talk about this. It kind of is our fault that Christmas keeps coming earlier and earlier. You know the phenomenon I'm talking about. You know the issue. Where people see Christmas commercials in August. And they just keep pushing it earlier and earlier. And I'm like, guys, come on. It's not even October. The companies are in such a rush, you know? They got to get to it. They got to get going. And they want it done. And they want Christmas prepared for it because it's a big financial incentive. It's got all its purchases and such. And you know what? It kind of is our fault for rushing things. Because we didn't put Thanksgiving in November. We didn't create a barrier between the two. And thematically, I feel, Thanksgiving is a hybrid between the two. It's got all that orange and brown sort of autumn sort of colorization for Thanksgiving. That would work, but it's got all the warm, wholesome family togetherness sort of sentiment that you'd see in Christmas. And you can have turkey on both Christmas and Thanksgiving. But you know what? We just couldn't keep things simple. We just had to complicate matters. And thus, Thanksgiving is celebrated before Halloween. And that doesn't make any sense to me. It all just feels a bit much to me. Do you remember Nightmare Before Christmas? Well, logically, maybe this whole rush to push Christmas earlier and earlier is part of what caused that idea to be planted in the heads of writers and such. They rush right through Halloween. Just take all the decorations, or at least half of them, and place them in Christmas decorations. Now all the Halloween and Christmas is mixed together. Nightmare Before Christmas, Jack Skellington and such. You know what I'm on about. Yeah. Yeah. Man. You don't see any other holidays getting this bizarre treatment now, do you? Like April Fool's and Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day. People are keeping these things straight well enough, I should think. But no. You gotta cross the beams. You gotta cross the streams. And you're making a mess of it. Very good popcorn. But yeah. And my mother insists I get my shirt changed. Well, she's not the one wearing my clothing now, is she? Why is she saying it doesn't fit me anymore? In fact, I lost weight. The doctor even told me so. Yet here I am lazing around eating candy. But that's life. See you later.